I have been wearing glasses off and on from school days, and I went to get my eyes tested and to repair change the lenses in my glasses. And the doctor said to me, "Mr. Norton, you have never checked for glaucoma." I said, "I don't think I have glaucoma. There's no history of anybody in my family have glaucoma." He said, "But since you're here, test it." And he said, "Ah, you do have glaucoma." And I was taken aback because there was no extra pain, nothing to what would have indicated. He explained to me that I would have to use drops, and it was at a dangerous level. I was conscious of this because in my home I was taking care of an elderly relative who the only thing she had inherited from her father was glaucoma. She has now passed away 2 years, and I watched her losing her sight getting worse and worse until the whole thing shut down. I was very conscious, so having heard that I now have the same disease, glaucoma, that she had, it made me very aware, very conscious. I started to do the drops, and shortly after he told me it had reduced the pressure, and I could now take this operation to remove the cataract from my left eye. I did this about 2 years, nearly 3 years ago. It was a very successful operation. I did it in Mandeville, but I am very conscious of the fact that a lot of people seem to be walking around in Jamaica with glaucoma and not being aware of the fact that they do have this dangerous thief of sight on their very person. Therefore, I'm giving this interview in the hope that it may reach somebody. Someone somewhere may be aware that taking care at the right time, making the right decision to get their eyes tested for glaucoma would be an important move. I happen to be aware of eye disease because my father had, I don't know what his eye sickness was, but he had to wear these great thick glasses and he couldn't see properly. And then people had said I was a spit image of this man. I said, I wonder if I also have contracted his disease too. So I was very aware that there could be a possibility that I could have some kind of eye problems. But when I passed the age where he died, and I didn't come up with any revelation that I had an eye disease, I said, then it hadn't touched me. But because I have now lived 10 years longer than my father, and I accept the fact that I have to use drops for the rest of my life, and it's very expensive drops. I've had some of my relatives, the younger ones, volunteer, "You'll keep your uncle with drops all his life because you don't want me to be blind." And they all said, "Yes, uncle, we'll do that," because people have to be aware that this won't get better, but it will be controlled by drops. These pair of eyes cannot be replaced. This sight, if not taken care of, cannot be duplicated. It's not like cutting your hair and it grows back, or changing the color of your hair, because I've been tempted to. It's like when you lose your sight, you're blind, capital letter blind. It's you have to get your eyes properly looked after. If tested is not the word I'm wanting, looked after should be. You have to get your eyes looked after. What is the condition of my eyes? Therefore, I will eliminate blindness.